So this is episode 2, build a machine that gets you customers, Google website tracking, all the distribution systems. So we're gonna kind of go down. Look, you gotta have a foundation. Infrastructure before strategy. So no infrastructure, no traffic, no money, no tracking equals blind growth. That's a lesson that I learned. You gotta know all your metrics. You gotta know all your data, but we're gonna go more into this, okay? Most detailers learn tactics. So I mean that's really what you're like supposed to learn. You wanna first learn the basics, right, of detailing. You want to learn what chemicals to buy. You want to learn this, but then some detailers go too crazy on the product, but then they forget that they're in a business, right? The best detailer cannot always be the best known, or I mean that's a powerful combo. But the best known compared to the best detailer will always be better. Okay, so kind of like the customer journey. Like usually, like if you have your Google, your socials, like TikTok or Instagram, it kind of goes like this. So either they go from Google to a landing page, call, book, review, repeat. Most of the time I would say like if you're able to create a landing page, so like they go from your social to a landing page or whatever, and they're able to book through there, or they go through your, I would say like, I mean, because I run Google ads, they always go through a landing page because landing pages convert higher because this like is specifically what they click for. If they go on a website, it's a little bit harder, but yeah. Okay, Google business profile, that's your ATM. So you kind of want to maximize it. So guys, like I'm gonna go over mine right now, okay? So let's see, detailing right there. Okay, so if we go and we look at this, okay, I have 123 5-star Google reviews, which is pretty good. I'm trying to get to 200 soon. I have my address, which, you know, it's residential. You're not really supposed to do that. If Google finds out, you're in big trouble. But something you do want to do is you always want to be open 24 hours. Because then, like, let's say somebody searches you up at 11 p.m. All the other shops are closed, but you're going to be the only one that pops up. So you always want to make sure you're open 24 hours. Now let's go in with the, like, edit profile. Okay, so my primary is car detailing services. Then my second is car wash because we wash cars. It's not necessarily like, you know, detailers, we're not specifically car washers, but we still wash cars, and then lots of people still refer us as car washers or whatever. Auto restoration services. I mean, we kind of do that with paint correction, so I put that. You want to make sure your description. So ask ChatGPT, ask Claude, ChatGPT, whatever, Gemini, whatever you use, make a SEO descriptive description. Make sure all the keywords are in there, so it's all good. Now your opening day, have my website on there, my social profiles. You want to get everything in there. Every way that you're able to like add something to Google, just to like, so you basically, the more information you give Google, the more Google's like, okay, this guy's definitely like, he's legit. So right there I have that. I have my service areas, I have my hours, whatever, 24 hours planning. Okay, and what you want to do with your Google business profile, it's like you wouldn't have SEO everywhere. So okay, now let's go on to our products. Make sure you have all your products. So let's see, boom, boom, boom. Best case scenario, so you have like freaking photos. I'm freaking Google Ads guy, wasn't supposed to do that, but it would sucks. But yeah, you also want to have your Q&A. You want to get the most SEO, because like SEO, what that means is search engine optimization. You want to make sure you get SEO keywords. So keywords is like, so what people search up, so like car wash, two-step paint correction, whatever, they're able to, like, let's say they search that up, Google's gonna rank you higher because you have all of those keywords. So you want to put those keywords in every little spot that you're able to. So right here, I put it right here. You're also answering Q&As. It's really just for the keywords. Not a lot of people, well, that I know of, actually look at the Q&As, but you're putting more keywords. And also, I forgot one thing. In your products, we have keywords. Boom. Lots of people don't even have their keywords on their products. So like that's SEO. You also want to be posting updates. You want to post your updates at all times. So look right there. I would say for the most part, you would want to probably do every 2 days or every 3 days, like twice a week, 3 times a week, you know, just to stay on top of your game, which like works pretty good. And what other thing is there? Oh, look, you know what? Let me show you my landing page. It's not this one. This was one I created a long time ago. I mean, this is my website. It's not the most beautiful, but I make sure that it converts. Look, as long as like really the hero page is what really supposed to convert, right? So like, let's say a person sees, okay, 105-star plus reviews, get instant quote, call now. Most of the time, people aren't gonna want to book on the spot. Do you either want to make a quote or either call now? But I still have the book detailing services down here below. Landing pages. Okay, my landing page. My guy made it for me. It's ugly. I'm not gonna lie, it's ugly. But have you ever heard of Alex Hormozi say that your landing page doesn't necessarily gotta be beautiful as long as it converts. And if you're able to, like, let's say you do change something, like I don't want to change it. Like, it's working right now. Like, let's say we do change it, I'll probably expect to get fucking worse conversion. So like right here, this was like in the very beginning of my business. I think this was like in July. So I don't even look professional at all, but still I still have all of this. I forgot one thing. Every time you're like responding to reviews, you want to make sure you say the client's name, and also you put keywords in there. You always want to respond to reviews and also put keywords in there. So boom, reviews, make sure you put the customer's name all the time. Make sure you do all of this shit. Make sure you have your Q&A, you have your products and services reviews, and then it's gonna be like barbecue chicken right there. Like, not gonna lie. So look, I'm number 1 in my area, but I think I'm number 4 in College Station. But like, I'm far from College Station. Proximity really matters. So I want to become the number 1 over there too, but it's whatever. Okay, no Google rankings equals invisible business. So what makes you rank reviews? Proximity, like I was saying, keywords, photos, and forgot, post as much photos as you can to your thing. But what's called one thing, if you are gonna post photos, so let's look at my photos. Photos, let's go to all. Make sure your photos are, what would you say? What would you call it? On your app, on your phone, you're able to like change the location, make it look like, put it in that location. So like in College Station or whatever, let's say. Or also, if you're uploading them through computer, what you want to do is let's see, photos, downloads. You want to make sure your files have, like, they're like Google, because like Google has to read the file name. If it just says image 4793, it's not gonna know. That's why I look, all of my photos right here: Magnolia, Texas, mobile auto detailing Kurds, a red Cadillac SUV. You want to make sure you put an alt text, and it's pretty easy. You literally just click on it, right click on it, and then you change name. It's not hard. But okay, now reviews are oxygen. So you want to make sure after each job that as soon as you finish the car, you always want to make sure it's high quality. You wanna master your product. So that's why in the very beginning, what I would say is, with your first clients, you want to do warm outreach. So you want to ask friends, family. You want to do that work for free. Eventually, you're gonna get better. I mean, they're not gonna get mad at you because you're doing free work. Okay, it's free work, but you're what you're doing right there is just getting content. You want to get a testimonial from them. You want to get a review. And then afterwards, after you finish whatever, let's say they start bringing in more clients to you, you want to drop it down to 90%, 80%. And let's say, for example, like after you do their free detail, you want to ask them, would you want to hop on my maintenance plan where we do it for this much, And if they're like no or some shit, I mean, let's say you're free or whatever, you're $20. If they say no, you want to make sure you ask them why not. And when they tell you why not, or let's say they're like, oh, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, come on. You want to make sure you get that root problem, and then you fix it. And then you fix all your problems. And then eventually, you're going to be able to get all your clients on maintenance plans, because first of all, your product is good. Second of all, your pitch is going to be improving. Obviously, you try to maximize your pitch, make it perfect, crystal clear. So like, come out with an iPad, show everything, like if they're able to prepay, make the maintenance plan so incentivizing where it makes the customer feel just stupid by saying no. So probably in the very beginning you could say, hey, free for maintenance watch next week or next month, I'll do it for $20. But yeah, that's what I would do. But obviously get your reviews, get your Google review cards. You could either get your phone and then put a QR code on there. Go on to Canva, get your QR review code or whatever, put it on there, show it to your customers, and like that, it's your higher rate to actually get the review than just sending the link. That's what I found from my case study that I've done personally. But yeah, website, sales page, not art. Simple beats pretty, clarity beats creativity. Simple over complex. Design doesn't convert, proof converts. So for your 5 pages, so like for your website, what you want to do is I would say definitely have like a good title that makes it like unique to yourself. So I mean, I obviously have 100 plus 5-star reviews in Brazos Valley. Probably a lot of people have that, but I'm the best mobile detailer in Brazos Valley, pretty much. Have my instant quote right here. They're able to give a quote and then call now. I would say my website's definitely not the best, and I definitely have to fix some things. But what I do know is having an about us. So like, you obviously want to have your service pages. I made this by myself, so like it could definitely be way better. My website's definitely my weak point, but the thing with the website is that for the most part, people, I mean, I already checked on Wix, not that many people click on those buttons, but it's more mainly of this. But yeah, make sure your website's pretty simple. Because I created this before like the whole AI thing. There's you can create it using AI landing pages, like AI. Bro, you can make your website way better than mine using AI. So I would recommend using AI. But make sure everything's SEO optimized. But yeah, let's see. So 20 pages before 20 clients equals insanity. So if you have this many, too many photos, or too many pages, you're just making it hard. And obviously you want to make it mobile optimization, because for the most part, 80% of your clients, they're not going on a computer and searching on mobile detailing. They're on their mobile phone. So you want to make sure it's strictly mobile optimized. And then you obviously want to have your before and after gallery. You want to have your testimonials, your pricing, your FAQs, guarantee. People buy proof, not paragraphs. So make sure you have enough proof pudding, I would say. But yeah, now let's go into tracking and pipeline. I would always want to track every lead. So let's say, I already have it on my phone. Let's say a lead calls me, they don't respond. Okay, they don't respond. I send them a message, they don't respond. I put them on an app that I made on Replit. So if you don't have GHL Go High Level or anything on any automations, what you could do is you could make it for free on Replit. So you can build an app, no code, on your phone. So you could say, ask ChatGPT, be like, because now ChatGPT, you're able to ask Replit a bunch of stuff. So you could just ask ChatGPT, hey, make me a prompt for a lead follow-up tracker for Replit, and then go into add some details, make it easy, and then keep on customizing it. Go on Replit, you're able to make one for free. Then once you make that, you can shortcut it. Instead of having it as an app, you can put a URL on your home screen, and then you're able just to click on it, and then just put your leads information. But yeah, that's definitely a way. If you don't have Go High Level, you don't want to spend $297 a month, you're able to do that, but you obviously have to follow up on them manually, which it's probably better, to be honest. Well, it's not easier, but it's probably more personalized. If you don't track your guessing. So lead, call, book, service, review, maintenance, and also don't forget the referral. Always after each detail, what I always want to do is you always want to give an incentivizing offer. So I incentivize my clients to give me referrals. So you might just say, hey, you're able to refer me a client right now. You're able to give me 2 of your friends' phone numbers right now, then I'll be able to give you this. Or are you able to give me a 3-way introduction to do this? To give me your client's information. You should just keep on playing around with it. I would say FOFO. FAFO. Fuck around, find out. Just keep on making mistakes, guys. And then obviously have your KPI dashboard, so your CAC. Basically CAC, how do you calculate CAC? It's how many. Okay, so what you got to do is customer acquisition. Your CAC is so your sales and marketing expenses when new customers acquired. So you're gonna see how much you actually spend on how much you actually spend on marketing. So let's say I spend $1,000 and then I got 10 clients. That's $100 per client that I actually got. So let's say I got 20 leads and actually just booked 10 of those. Then my CAC will be $100 for each for each customer acquired, and my closing rate will be 50%. So right there. So make sure you have all of your numbers. So you want to know all your metrics, because once you know all your metrics, you're able to find which one's the actual bottleneck. You want to find your average ticket. So how much? So you get all your leads. Divide them by how many. Well, get all your leads. Get each ticket price. Let's say John costed $200. He gave you $200 for a full detail. Get all of those, add those all up, and then divide them by how many customers they were. So let's say you got freaking 30 customers, they paid you $200 each. That's 6,000, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 6,000. So, and then you just like divide it. Like your average ticket price is $200. Your MRR, I don't even know what an MRR is, but what I would say for your CAC, so, and this is super important, like pay attention right now with your CAC. So like, I don't know if you've heard out there, you want your CAC to be 3 to 1, or yeah, you want it to be 3 times of what your customer actually costs. So like for me, my CAC is on average $50 flat. Okay, so for the most part, this will like lots of like software engineers say, this is like for software shit. They always say 3 to 1. They always like praise 3 to 1. But for us service-based businesses, you don't want to have 3 to 1 because we have so many more. We have way more expenses. So we have to pay labor, we have to pay gas, we have to pay products. They really don't pay that. So a 3 to 1 CAC would be, let's say I spend $50 on a client, all right, $50 right here, and then I spend I get $150. So that $50 that cost me $150 minus 50, now that equals $100. So I kind of just have $100 left because the customer to acquire actually cost me $50. But now that I have $100, now I have to pay expenses, and I have to pay my software, and I have to pay all of this. You have to pay gas. You have to put. That's why you never want to do 3 to 1. So I would say you want to do at least 6 to 1. So 50 times 6 is 300. So that's my CAC. Okay, that's like my average ticket price right now is like 313. So you want to at least have a 6 to 1, at least. But if you're a real baller, you'll try to get it to 10 to 1, and that's where I'm trying to get to. So 10 to 1, that's like an amazing ball game. And also, bro, make sure you're getting reviews by each client. So review velocity, check how many reviews you're actually getting. Don't forget and don't be shy to ask. Okay, Google equals harvest demand, mobile detailer near me, here, high intent traffic, best ROI early. Okay, but now with socials, you want to create the demand. What I would say is you want to build a personable brand, because you're the authority figure in the detailing space. So like, let's say you're located in Wyoming, you own a detailing business, you're posting on Google, you're paying $20 a day. People, I mean, they search you up, they find you on Google, right there, boom. But then let's say you stop paying on Google. Now what? Let's say your account got banned because you put your residential address. Let's say Google's playing around with you. Now what? Now you have to rely on other streams of marketing. So Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, there's neighbors. But like, what I would say is like, you obviously want to be omnipresent, but you want to put your priority onto Instagram and TikTok, because that builds authority, daily stories, and proof content. So you want to post 3 times a day on platforms. So I mean, what you could do is you could post on TikTok and then post those videos on TikTok to Instagram. But like, for the most part on TikTok, you want to that'd be like your trial reel. So you get like you post on TikTok, because TikTok is more lenient. Instagram wants higher quality videos. So post on TikTok, you're able to. Oh shoot, I'm actually getting a lead. But look, watch how I'm gonna close this lead right now. Oh wait, they ended it. Okay, so that was super weird. Like, somebody called me named Alan, but whatever. Okay, now you want to make sure you want to build an authority. So I mean, in the very early beginning of your stage, like, Google is like the best ROI, because you're able to like make money right there. That prints money. Doing meta ads, the lead quality is worse. That's why if I were to do meta ads, I mean, right now I'm doing Instagram ads, but that's specifically to build an actual brand, to be the #1 detailer around that actually knows me, that people actually know me. If I were to post on Facebook, that's more of like trying to get the clients to pay me on the spot. That's why most of the time Facebook ads suck, because people, you want to add friction. So you want to find like the middle point, right? You want to, what I would say, you don't want to make it so like, you want to pre-qualify. So if you put, hey, you want to make sure you put your price on there. You want to pre-qualify. You don't want people that are tire kickers clicking on your thing, submitting their information, and they never contact you. So you want to make sure you play around with those settings. So I would say possibly, let's say you're doing details for $300, right? You're going to make sure you you headline your price on your lead. You don't want to hide the price, because let's say that person, that has a budget of $200 signs up, and they're like $300 is too much, and now you wasted $10 on that lead. You want to make sure you add some friction. You want to, because like lots of people are scared of friction, but you want to make sure you hit it like in the right, like right in the head. You want to find the right point. Because think about it like this. Let's say you're running ads on Facebook, I would say. Your average lead cost is probably $10. But all of those leads, they're pretty shit. They're pretty shit. But let's say you start pre-qualifying. You say that you're charging $300. You put like a how early do you want this, or how soon do you want this detail. And if they don't want it within the next week, then boom, they're booted out. But those leads are gonna cost, let's say, $30. But if you really think about it, those $30 leads are gonna be more qualified, and they could probably pay you $500 compared to the lead that costs $10. So like for example, let's say I'm not able to type right here, but I wish I was. Actually, I could probably type. So let's go right here. So let's say a lead was $10 lead, okay? And then let's say the other lead was $30 lead, right? But this lead produces maybe, let's say, $200 budget, boom, $200 budget, max. Those $10 leads. But this one produces $600. So that's 3 times. But like it'd be way worth it, because like right here, $10, $30 lead, $20 difference, right? $20 difference or whatever. But this right here, it's a $400 difference. So if you're able to, like, sometimes you gotta find like you gotta hit it right in the head. Add some friction if your leads are too shit. So that's how I would do it. On Instagram, I'm like, it's pretty easy. Like, my leads might not be the best. That's why it's harder, but it builds a brand. But let's go. Okay. All right. Yeah, Google prints today, social prints tomorrow. But actually, I would probably change that. Google prints today and social builds authority today. So start building authority as soon as possible. Specifically posting 3 times a day. Common mistakes: people spend a lot of money on logos, 5K websites with no traffic, ignoring GPP, no tracking, all of this. Make sure, because like what I would actually do now with like a lot of detailers, lots of detailers have the same logo. I don't know if you've seen that. It's like that one car right here, that little one car that's found on Canva. Now you want to make sure, what I'd probably do, I mean, there's like a lot of AI out there nowadays. Make a logo specific to you that's actually unique, because you don't want to look like the other guy's logo out there. You want to, I would say, actually if I had to, I would spend a little bit of money on the logo, like $50. Like to actually make it good. 5K website, you don't even have to spend that much money. Fuck it. You could build it with AI, or you could build it yourself. But yeah, pretty business fail, visible businesses win. So you want to make sure you're visible. So Google, that brings the highest ROI for the most part. That brings you money. Facebook, Instagram. Oh, also one more thing: when you post on Instagram, you want to make sure you have the setting on where it posts on Facebook automatically. So always do that. But yeah, Instagram, think about it like this: authority, brand building, brand awareness. Google, more like high ROI. So what's your homework? You want to make sure you optimize GBP. So you're going to follow all those steps that I told you about. Upload 10 photos. If you're able to upload 50 photos or upload all of your photos, then congrats, amazing. Google wants the most photos. You want to build a 5-page site, you could either build it on Wix, Square, or if you want, you could ask AI. But then you obviously want to have like something with it, like it's like an actual booking thing, which could probably be Square, or have your able. You want to make sure you have add proof on it, so you're gonna have your testimonials right there. You want to have your reviews, and you want to set up tracking. Final rules: traffic without tracking equals gambling. Systems be hustle, build a machine first and scale it. Yeah, that's really it, guys. That's really it. I'm trying to think one more. Oh, actually, one more thing too. I can't forget about this. Where is my writing? Okay, my writing's right here. Okay, let's go. Okay. What does this mean? Lifetime gross profit. So what I want you guys to do is y'all wanna make sure you have high LTV, so long-term value. So you wanna make sure like you're tracking like your lifetime gross profit, how much you're actually making a client. I forgot how the formula is, right? Correctly, but you wanna make sure you know all your numbers. So like, for example, you wanna know your CAC, right? You wanna know. Actually, let me see. I have this written down on my pad. So give me one moment. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, for one more thing, guys. I have like so many other things that I've learned, right? Let's see how my screen looks right here. Okay, so my screen looks pretty good. All right, let's say for Google, let's say you calculate your Google, you're spending $20 a day, and your CAC is equals $50 CAC, which is amazing. I think the average is like probably like 40 to 85, or like good CAC would be, I think like $50 is good CAC. Just increase your ad spend. Increase your ad spend. Put 100. Well, try freaking, I would say $40 ad spend. See how your CAC reacts. If it's still 50 CAC. But just play around with the numbers. If you can spend $80 a day, then better. 50 CAC. So basically, it's like a money printing machine. So what you could say is like inputs right here. Inputs. Boom. You're putting it into a black box. You're putting your inputs into a black box, and then right here comes out your outputs. So let's say for Google, I'm putting in $20 a day. Oh, I cannot write. And then comes out, what I get out of it is profit. Let's say I get 3 to 1 CAC. So let's say I get $60. You wanna do better than this. You get $60 out of it. So it's like this box is basically just 3 times in your money. So let's say, how about this? Let's say you put $100 in a day. Boom. But now let's say your CAC is six times. So every time you give it $100, you get back $600. Boom. So kind of just like focus on your inputs. Focus on your inputs. So start doing more, right? Like do more ads, do more ad creatives, get on more platforms, do more content. Guys, do all of this shit. So more ads. So increase ads. More creatives on Meta. Just do more, bro. More. This is what I want this phrase to like live in your head. F-A-F-O. F around, find out. F-A-O, find out. Obviously, like if your shit's already like pretty cooked and you don't know exactly like it's already pretty done. Okay, then I'll understand. But what I want you guys to like find out is like your metrics. So obviously I mean, we don't really got to worry about payback period, but there's all of these things to learn. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, I still have like a shit ton of other notes that I can like teach on stuff, but this would obviously have to be for another video. But guys, if you like this content, if you like this like long form of content where I'm actually helping y'all out, then subscribe, give it a like, comment down below what I did wrong and how I can actually improve, or what I did right and to actually keep on doing. Alright guys, I love y'all so much. Thank you for actually watching this video. This video was actually kind of long, but guys, peace, boom.